All right, we are live. Happy New Year's Eve. We're going to be getting started here in a second. Let me just tweet this out there. And yeah, I was hoping to jump on a little bit earlier. Just had to take care of a few things here around the house. And but yeah, but not in a huge rush today, right? I mean, we're gapping up a lot, so we really just kind of want to see how we handle this gap up. It was a lot higher earlier, right? So it's kind of come back in a little bit. Even look at Goose right here, big gap up. Now it's kind of fading in a little bit. So we're still going to watch the 15-minute orb on this. Obviously, to the upside would be the ideal situation, but given the state of the market, right? I mean, it could easily take the 15 orb back down, right? I mean, so it does show a lot of potential. They just opened their store up in China, so that could be, in China. So that could be a big deal. But we'll see exactly how that comes about, right? Other than that, oh hey Jimmy, good morning. Yeah, let's make some money today, exactly. But let's take it easy too, right? So I think there's definitely some good opportunities, but keep in mind today too. We've been having huge swings in the market, right? Every day. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a super chop day today too, right? I mean, it's but I don't know. It just feels like we're gonna get a huge swing, like probably to the downside. Just my my spidey sense. But other than that, don't think we won't chop around today either, which could give us some huge opportunities after the New Year's too. So just want to throw that out there. But definitely we're going to try to make some money today. So Clayton, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jimmy. Morning, Clayton. Probably a beautiful morning or afternoon in Brazil, I'm sure. All right, so here we go. So got a bunch of stuff going on here. Just kind of checking out here. So we'll just keep an eye on Goose. We're not going to trade a look. So I'm going to go over to the 60-minute chart here. Let's take a look. Qs gapping up, already kind of turning red, right? Let me pull up my Spark charts on my phone. Just kind of get an overall gauge of the market here. Okay. Yeah, so market shows, again, it's kind of like pulling in a little bit. I'm showing a couple lumps on the top and all that stuff, but nothing super definitive. The VIX is screaming up though, so that is something to look at. I mean, it might be worth, even like trying to speculative short here, on the Qs. Let's see if it gets below this volume line. There's a volumetric line right here, and see if it can get below that under 153 before putting on any sort of short. Yeah, the VIX is still screaming upwards, so it's red right here, but it is pointing straight up on the short-term chart. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Okay, so Facebook is coming back in pretty quickly. This is a 15 orb watch list item. It's coming back to test the top of this hand, which also happens compared to the rest of them. Facebook I added to the 15 orb list as well. Because they're looking at, I know Austria, who goes to Austria these days, but Austria is looking at, even stepping outside the EU and putting some lawsuits against them. Amazon 15 orb list because they're doing putting more effort in India to deliver to rural areas, and looks like they are opening some Whole Foods stuff, right? So it could go up or down, right? Because more outlay of cash, but so back in 2017, if they said they were going to spend $100 billion, their entire market cap or whatever, $1 trillion on opening new stores, like it still would have been bullish, So Netflix, also worth looking on the 15 minutes as well. They just came out and said, their ratings on that show is really awesome. So, but we'll see on that. Nvidia, goodness, not much of a. This actually didn't catch this one. Right, this is on our watch list here. It did come back in real quick. It was too fast for me to catch it, but it did come in and test that hammer. I mean, you see it. We've only been open for 3 minutes, and I've only gotten to scan through a couple stocks. But this one really quickly gapped up, came down, tagged the hammer top, and then quickly went back. So that would have been a good trade, but I missed it just because I'm still scanning through the different stocks. So I'm not going to grab it right now. Yeah, I'm not going to grab it right now. I mean, the Qs futures are pointing down. I mean, a bunch of stuff is kind of pointing up, but it's in a good area. And like we talked about yesterday, this is a good area for Nvidia, but I just don't feel confident going in it right now. So if it goes, it'll go without me, and I'll cry later about it. Google. There. So It's kind of what we're seeing. But NVIDIA definitely had the best relative strength this morning. I like how it's putting in a hammer. But if it stays with this hammer, right, this will be this is on the 60-minute time frame. I'm willing to take that long in the next hour, right? So that'll be my setup bar for the next hour. But in terms of capitalizing this at the open using that 60 anchor, I missed it, right? I mean, I was just scrolling through only 5 stocks and it went without me, right? I would have had to just been staring at NVIDIA. Gapped up, came down, tested the hammer, and then spiked, and it gave you a nice range of $1.86. So, and there it goes right there. So it's still looking really super strong. And then just pulled back in over that volumetric bar. But anyway, definitely worth keeping an eye on. Amazon is up 35 points. It just triggered an alert for me that it took out the or it's about to take out the spinning top high from last week. Do I have my daily high low on here? I'm not seeing it. Let me add that back in. Let's take that off at some point. But anyway, so there we go. So you can see here that Amazon has just cleared the spinning top high from yesterday, so that is bullish, right? So Amazon might be a gap and go this morning. I'm still going to wait 10 minutes for the 15 orb on that one, but lots of very positive bars actually coming out right now. Dow is up another 100 points from where it was. It looks like everything's kind of screaming up. So NVIDIA would have been the trade of the morning, off of that first pullback and then the jump back up. And it looks like it's kind of consolidating at this point. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later. Like I said, it's really hard, when you're gapping up like this to find the ultimate trade. I mean, you saw I was kind of scanning and just seeing what the 60 anchors were doing. And by the time I got to NVIDIA, it had already done what I would have wanted it to do, which was, once again, kind of test the hammer bar and then launch, right? So that would have been a perfect trade, but I missed it. So let's see how Tesla's handling its hammer. Still up, right? It's hanging out over Friday's highs. So we'll see if that comes back and test it here. I'm going to put an alert here just to see how it handles that, see if it comes back in a little bit. So an alert on Tesla there. Amazon up another 5 points. What else we got? What else were we looking at? Let me jump on the chat room here, see what everybody's saying. Sometimes it takes a while for my chat to update, just probably because of internet lag, but we'll still follow up with everything that's out there. What else we got going on? All right, so let's look at our 15 orb ideas. Let's see how they're. All right, so on the 15 orbs, Tesla was a 15 orb, I believe. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's hard for me to, jump when a big gap up. It's hard for me to jump in, and the only thing, it's hard for me to do a gap and go when there's nothing really going on. I'll do a 15 orb off of that. If the market continues to be strong, but it's hard for me to really jump in anything. If anything, I'd look to short within some sort of range. So let's see. Yeah, Tesla's kind of a 30 orb. Let's see how New York Times is doing. That was on our list. I meant to put it down here. So it's red bar. I mean, it's green because it gapped up with the rest of the market, but I do like how it's red, and it's staying under its a couple of key moving averages here. So this is definitely worth keeping an eye on in the next 5 minutes. I'm just going to put an alert here just in case, so it doesn't get away from us. Yeah, something like this that has negative news that gaps up with the rest of the market, and it's on our 15 orb list. That's a good one to look to short, definitely. Range of this bar so far is 23 cents. So you think about it, once that if it were to complete, give us a decent one. There's not a lot of risk on that. And I think we'll talk a little bit more about risk tomorrow, just kind of setting up trades with risk. Oh, and somebody yesterday, so it was NYC Fitness had suggested that I do a like a 50K challenge, and I think I'm going to do that, but I'm going to start with $500. I'm going to do it in a Robinhood account. And so they're mostly going to be swing trades, right? I'm going to look to do high multiple trades, anywhere between each trade in options either doubling in value or as much as 10 times value will be the targets, and they'll be very conservative. And so I'm going to look at do that for the New Year's. So turn $500 into $50,000. I think I can do it with proper risk management. So yeah, just want to kind of throw that out there. It's going to be, that's on the game plan. Let's see what else we got going on. All right, so Goose, right, kind of give you a lot of up, a lot of down, a lot of movement, right, but still kind of in the middle there. Let's look at our other orb ideas. So we had Goose, we had PCG. PCG, after getting threatened to be charged with murder, is up. So we'll, I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here at the bottom of that one, in case that doesn't hold. Goodness gracious. It's the most, I tell you, the market is always hilarious. What else we got? Okay, cool. I do want to look at Amazon. How's Apple doing? I'm gonna have to up $2. Yeah, that's not good. All right, Goose opens for China Store. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of going through a couple. So we have PCG, Goose. Oh, Hasbro, Disney, Facebook, and Amazon. So we put Hasbro here too. See how that's looking. Red. So that's going to be, that'll be good on the 15 orb potentially. Hasbro's tough to trade on options. It's kind of one that you got to look for common shares on it. You know, just to I've tried to trade these guys like Mattel and Hasbro on option, unless you're swinging it. But look at the spreads. I mean, not a lot of volume, right? Spreads are like 50 cents. I mean, you can't trade that, right? Volume 0. So Hasbro, unfortunately, if you want to trade that one off the 15 orb, you're, you know, most likely going to have to go common shares on that. Disney. Disney should be on my list. If it's not, I'm just going to plug it there. No, it's up there somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Right down here, if I can. Okay, Disney. Red 15 orb. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that. And then, like I said, Facebook was coming in earlier. Let's see how that's looking now. Oh no, I canceled an alert. That's fine. Yep, not looking good on Facebook. So let's see how that looks on the 60 time frame. See if it's, yeah, see this Facebook is now testing the 60 anchor from yesterday, right? So now is a good opportunity to see how well it holds it, right? So it's trying to take it up a little bit here, but give it a minute. If it starts coming in, right? I want to thank Karthik if you're online again for this volume profile. That's awesome, man. So gotta see it here. There's a nice above here, which it tried to get above this, couldn't break. You know, but there's a nice air pocket below it here. So let's keep an eye on Facebook. Let's check out our other 60 anchors. SPY is still holding up, but very small bar. Like I said, I mean, this might turn into a choppy day. Q's floating up there, spinning top. Facebook we just looked at. Oh, it's coming back in again. Facebook likes to test levels several times, right? You get familiar with some of these stocks. Facebook likes to test 3 or 4 times before making a move. So we'll see here if it bounces one more time off of this hammer. I'm not going to go long on this at all. Futures are starting to point down too, by the way. I might actually want to go in this range here. I might trade this. Let's see. Facebook. You know, I don't know. I'm not looking for a huge amount of momentum today, but I'll take a look. I mean, it could potentially get down to this area, you know, 130 area. So let's see, the 130 puts are $1.66. I might do a speculative put on that, just as it's coming in this range here. I like to see how it handles the 50% range. Let me see if it breaks through this this area here. This is automatic through the volume profile. So if it can get through this red line here, so if we can break 133, let's get below 133. I'll do it here. So because you get below that real body and you're starting to test that kind of range. So if we can get below 130, I'll go ahead and we'll watch, see how these guys are trading. The 130s are the January 4th 130s are trading at like I'm showing 166, but I don't think my system is updating really well right here. They're showing 163 now, so all right, I'm going to put alert right here at 133.20, and if it gets below that, I'll probably attempt a short. I want a 133 break to the downside. If we can get that, then I think we can at least reclaim this bar and might get a little extra push to that 130 level. So it seems to be coming in pretty good right now. I'm kind of loading up right here. I mean, I won't get as good a price as the 166s. It's showing 170 right now. But just assume we hit, even if we go at 180, I would still have my stop at like 159, so a 20-cent risk on that. So we'll see. Okay. So nothing yet there. Apple still hanging out over Friday's highs. Tesla, what is Tesla doing? Let's get an alert on Tesla. Tesla is coming back and getting ready to test the 60 anchor right here. Okay, and it's 9:45 too, so we can check and see how our all right, Facebook is coming in officially. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on that trade. If I can trade it, my system, oh, that's up to 184 already. My computer is not showing any of this accurately, but we are below the level I wanted to enter, so I'm going to attempt to enter it here. I don't know what kind of, I think I'm going to get it at $1.82 short on Facebook. You know, like I said, I also have my stop at it's already in profit right now, so I got to fill at 182. The bid's already up to 184. So we'll see. I might stop at 159 on that, but it's already working. If anybody caught it, if anybody caught it earlier at 166, you're up 20 cents. So good job on that. So it's already reclaimed. It's already testing the 50% mark of the bar. You know, I'd like to move my stop to profit once we get kind of in this 132.50 area. You know, like I said, market's kind of facing, you know, all screaming back down right now. So it is what it is. I don't know, my bid asks are really kind of jacked up on this. I'm showing that they're $1.90 right now, but yeah, we're good. So we're green on this. I'm gonna move my stop up on Facebook to profit. Maybe it's like 86. Okay, that held. So we're good. I mean, if you guys got in at 166, you're up 30 cents. If you got in where I did, you're up you're up about 13 cents. So it was a pretty decent trade right there, just for the open. But you can see how we analyzed that, right? It was trading the 60 anchor, right? So we gapped up as a 15 orb list 1-2. So let's see how it's actually looking on the 15 orb. So even if you traded the 15 orb, you would have been just as good as the way I was trading the 60 anchor, because you could see the 15 orb here in your entry was right there at 133.27, which was about where I marked where I wanted to enter anyway. And so right now we're pretty good. I would imagine this continues lower. Yeah, I mean, it's back up in the 190s again. I would imagine it continues lower. So hopefully you guys caught that. And other than that, back to the 15 orbs in a second. Let me come up and just say, hey Shirley, good morning. How's it going? Manoj, good morning. Good to see you. Clayton, 90 degrees. Oh my goodness, better than the 39 degrees here this morning. Wet. I just want some snow. I mean, if it's gonna be cold, give me some snow. Have some fun. Azul, how's your Azul doing, Shirley? Oh yeah, big move there. Nice. And it's a Brazilian-based company too, so Clayton should be very happy about that as well. Kind of getting up over that whole pitchfork area that we've been looking at. So very nice trade on that, Shirley. So yep, keeps on going. And look, you're in that volume pocket right now here. So he's got to get over this level here. Once you can get over 28, right, you should be good to go for this pivot. So that's looking really good. Morning, Thalasi. How's it going? Good to see you. Chris? Oh yeah, BA. Looking for a short. Nice. Let's take a look at BA. Market kind of came up a bit, but Facebook is still puking. So if you guys are in that, obviously move your stops up. Let's see. Let me go back. Let me just take a look at Facebook. Did it come up or? Yeah, it's still going. So yeah, if you guys are still in that, it should be a good trade for you. It got back below. Sorry. Yep, still going. So awesome trade. So just see if it takes out this lows. Will be my next target here. 132.20. Okie dokie. Next, what else we got going on? Yeah, so BA, I want to check out BA. Yep, so BA, you could use a 60 anchor here too, so it's gapping up. It's already in yesterday's range, right? So it's already kind of reclaiming yesterday's range. So, I mean, even there would have been a potential short with a stop at the high of the day. You know, so it's coming up at a, I think this is the 15 orb from the other day, that line. Yeah, so the line it's coming at right now is the 15 orb from Friday. So that's another potential entry as well. It also marked the 15-minute low of today. So that's actually a pretty good. See how it was resistance here, and then it became support here today. So this is a key line here. The low of this 15-minute orb here. So if we can get below 320, it's definitely worth looking at. I'll put an alert there just to keep an eye on it. What else we got going on? Stock market, Mike, what's going on? Yeah, man. So I'm thinking about. Hey, good morning, Chang Li. Good to see you. Yeah. So I'm planning on doing a. Thanks to the suggestion from last night, I'm planning on doing a stock market challenge. I'm already pulling up, trying to create an account here with Robinhood. So I'm going to do a free one for $500. I'm going to think about tomorrow how I'm going to do it. Obviously, I'm going to tweet out ideas on Twitter. They're all going to be. The majority of them are going to be swing trades, and fresh on the list is going to be McDonald's. We had a lot of fun last night. Gosh, we had a lot of fun last night tweeting about that. It's just so fun to tweet about McDonald's. Oh my goodness, there's so many awesome gifts out there. So just kind of zooming in here at what's going on with Mickey D's, or Big Mac, as some like to call it. It's up $1, and that's good for our short proposition. Why is this down here not a bar chart? One second. I got Q's. Q's might be a good short here, y'all. Hold on. It's coming back in. Let's see. Let's go. It's already crossed over that volumetric level right here. So you could do potentially short here to fill the gap and a real tight stop on it. I might look at doing that actually real quick here. Let me do that. Like real tight stop, like I would be like just over, 154. But the high yesterday was 153.50. So that, gosh, these spreads are awful. I need to look at my phone. My computer's not giving me good spreads at all. It's just not right. Hopefully Robinhood's better. Hold on. QQQ. The spread should not be 20 cents apart. Okay, December 31st. Those are today's, goodness gracious. And they are spready. Why are they so spready? Okay, so here. They're better on the January 4th, so I would do those. And I'll look at the 152s, maybe? The 153.50s would be ideal, but 152s are priced at 173 again. I'll check those out. Tight stop on those. Just to do that, and then I'll just keep a tight stop if it goes back over the. See, unfortunately, the challenge is not going to be a lot of intraday trades, right? So, but that's a good thing too. It'll focus on only picking up the. See here, I would wait till this cross. If you haven't gotten an entry, I would wait till it crosses back over this level, and then see if it comes back in. Oh yeah, sorry, put that down. We'll ignore that. It's more important. Okay, so yeah, so let me go back here. Yeah, so the 50K challenge, I'm gonna start with $500. I'm gonna do it all on Twitter, but I'm also thinking about I'm gonna look and see if I can find like a free mailing list, so I can kind of mail out or email out ideas. I'm looking to kind of track it. Like I'll have the position up and we'll track its progress and all that. So it's all going to be, majority of stuff is going to be swing trading ideas. So first on the list is going to be see, here comes the Qs coming in nicely. So just has to do its thing. If you guys were able to jump in on the Qs short, gosh, I'm going to log off of my trade station. It's not showing anything logically here. Okay, so I should love it when it shows you you're up like a ton, and then you're like, wait, it didn't even move. But so hopefully Robinhood's a little bit better. And I know I'm kind of rambling here, but you see, the idea is I might do like a mailing list or something where I send out like what I'm looking at, for kind of like the week or like the next day. It's going to be a lot of Elliott Wave type stuff. And where I'm going to find the best position to get in on a future trade. It's not going to be like trading every day, like, hey, look at that Facebook, it's going, or hey, look at Qs, it's taking out the 60 anchor or something like that, right? So it's probably going to be like that, where we can be a little more strategic about it, but we'll place it, where we can either double up or even do a 10 times trade, on those. I've got Shirley. Meat is on the move. Very nice. Yep, it's over yesterday's highs or Friday's highs. And let's see how it's looking on our levels. Looking good. Yep. Very nice. It's pushing up, right? So I never said your ideas weren't brilliant. So yeah, how are the spreads on that anyway? Not too bad. Only a penny apart. Not bad. I like. We'll watch. We'll keep an eye on the 60s, Shirley, and see how they see if they give us a good setup. In the meantime, I like that nice push down on the market there. It just shows we didn't gap and go today, so it just kind of still all fits together with the bearish sentiment, right? Amazon was up 40 at one point. Now it's only up 28. I know it seems like a lot, but I actually kind of like that. We're what was my line in the sand number again? This one here, I recounted it this weekend. So 1526.38. What did we hit today? High 1520 and 70. I mean, you can't get much better than that, right? So at this point, I might even put a speculative. I might try that $1,300 target on Amazon as well. Let me add that to the list here. My computer was crashing the other day trying to pull up that low. Of a number. How long did I think it would take to get there? I said like this week, but let's see. Nice pivot here. It stayed below my 1526. Starting to pivot here. This is very anticipatory. This is not the type of trade I'll take on the 500 challenge, but I do like it for a potential day trade. Let's see what kind of prices we can see here. Yeah, just every time I try to pull up those low numbers, my system just crashes. So let me exit. There. Let me see if I can get a good price on a out of the money Amazon put. It'd be awesome if we start the new year like way down. For the bearish case, I mean, either way, I don't really care. I'm just finding it massively hard to find what you know. I'm just gonna do it in my longer term account. Give me 1 second. Okay, there. Yeah, just do all strikes. Let's see how it looks on, if I want to give it a little more time. So the 1300 puts on Amazon are, for next week, are $4. A little pricey. I don't know if we're going to get to 1300 this week. We could, I mean, if the market just decides to really come in. I mean, let's see. Let's give it. How long it was from here to here was the 24th to the 31st. So that was 6 days. So about the same range here to here would be January 4th. So yeah, I mean, we could try it, and I mean, it should at least increase a little bit in value. I'm just going to keep my eyes off of it completely. Oh man, there's so much better price than what I got on the. Yeah, the 92 cents for 1300s. Why not? It's a lotto play. But I'll try it. Okay, try again. This is a total lottery. But I think there's a good substance to it. It's based on the Elliott chart. So I'm showing a bid here. Ah, yeah, and the more it goes up, the better it gets. Okay, yeah, so you can see through there I got filled on that. So very speculative, but if it does go in the money, we are looking at we're at 1500 right now. So you get from 80 cents to like 30 bucks. That would be a pretty good trade right there. We'll take it. So turn $80 into 3,000. So in a week. So we'll keep an eye on it. If it gets over, if the market gets over here, I'll stop myself out. I mean, it's a lottery ticket. So there, just a test. It's over today's highs. Okay. Anyway, back to where the action is. Dun, dun, dun. What's going on, Fanny? 85 cents per. Yeah, so I got this week's 1300s, and I think I just filled for like 85. So yeah, so I got one of those. Good, man. Good, Darren. Is that working out? I hope so. Let's see. Let's get over here. Yeah, it's kind of coming back in a little bit. Just it hasn't retested the highs from the other day, so and it's over this level. So I think I probably already stopped out of it. But worth saying, I mean, I would put a hard stop right here over 155 just to see. But let's see on that one. How's Facebook though? On the other hand, is working phenomenally. Anybody who Anybody who caught that one. So we didn't quite take it when it hit the hammerhead there, but as it got into that 50-cent range, we were good, and it looked like it was going to at least try to test the low there. So Facebook is working phenomenally. Plus, it's working really well off of the 15 orb, right? So the 15 orb too. It was on our game plan list as well. Is doing phenomenally here. So entry there, 133, 25, and it's all the way down. Looks like here, watch this. All right, so I added some levels, some volumetric levels here. There's a, anyway, on a smaller time frame chart, there was a nice little air pocket below this area. So let's see if Facebook can get below this 131.35 if we'll get another push down for us. Which I think would be great. I love how the Qs are going up and Facebook is still going down. That is a very positive sign. So watch to see if this level here becomes resistance or support. Nice, Drew. Yeah. Facebook is good, man. Yeah. I'm saying don't go crazy on these, right? So QQQs was very speculative, right? Like I said, like that, just that one level kind of had a hold, that green level, and it kind of, I said, a real tight stop on that. So, but Facebook is going really good. Yeah, don't get yourself hurt on anything, right? So, I mean, never let them trade if it's not feeling right or if it's going against you. You don't let it go against you. But the market looks like it's turning back down again too. So, real tight stops on it. So it could work though, especially if you got Fridays and the market comes in like I think it's going to. Yeah, man, good. I'm glad Facebook is working out well. GSAT, let's see how GSAT's going, Shirley. Yes, it is. Fantastic. Shirley, you are rocking it. Very nice. And look, like we talked about the other day, air pocket up here too. So, looks solid. Solid. So anyway, that's pretty much everything. I'm going to review the 15 orbs right here, see if we missed anything. Even there, Shirley, on that 15 orb right there, you could have taken that up and just move your stop to each low. But it's really coming up there. You found a good one on that for sure. Let's see how Dirty Johnson & Johnson is doing. I'm going to put an alert there on the 15 orb on that, just to keep an eye on it. Yeah, so I'm going to come up with some sort of structure. Obviously, I'm going to put progress and tweet entries on Twitter for the 50K challenge, and we're only going to look at mostly swing stock, unless I see something intraday, like say Google is like hitting a pitchfork resistance, and it's looking really bearish, and it's corresponding with some other ideas. I might do an intraday type trade, just a scalp type stuff, and so we'll look at that. And so, things, I'll probably, mail out, multiple charts on, say, like McDonald's, right? So let's go look at McDonald's. Oh, let me look at the 15 orbs real quick. Sorry, I'm getting all over the place here. So PCG, let me zoom in here a little bit. I'm getting, my time frames are, I don't need pre-market data right now, but let me go. Facebook is hit that level. So if you guys have Facebook still, it should be working quite well at this point. Yeah, it just broke. See, sorry, so much to do. Okay, so Facebook. Look at that. Let's see how it's handling that level. All right, it tried to break down through that level one time, and now let's see if it goes again. And I think, yeah, look, here's on the 5-minute chart. You can see, look at that big air pocket below on Facebook. Yeah, so it's going. I mean, I might even get this week's. I think the Qs are working now. If anybody's in that, Facebook might be giving another entry here. So, gosh, my trade station's all jacked up today. Anyway, keep an eye on Facebook here. I wouldn't let it go too far, because if it doesn't want to fill that resistance level, I would have a stop here. Just keep moving your stops down, right? So I'd have a stop here, that 132 area. So you see how well that holds. Other than that, my friends, let's check out the other 15 orbs, see how they're looking. I wanted to, instead of zooming in each time, I wanted to kind of bring this down a little bit. And then zoom, a little bit of a zoom. So we can see it. And let me take off pre-market data at this point. Okay. Alright, so that one's working off the 15 orb. Let's see how Goose is looking. Goose is cooked. It is not handling that news very well. So it has already taken the 15 orb down on that. It's got a gap to fill at 41. The 41s are... There's not a lot of... I wouldn't trade options on this guy. So, I mean, you could if you really wanted to, right? It's only 55 cents. But just keep in mind, there is zero open interest on this thing. So getting out, don't buy a lot of it. Getting out would be very difficult. So if you're trading Goose, unfortunately, you'd have options, or I mean common shares on that. New York Times, it's sitting right there at the 15 orb level, and it's about to take that down right now. I don't know if options are any good on this guy. Not really. No volume on this, but it's definitely a good place to short. If I was going to short it, I'd put a stop like right up here, over that. So 23, so 22.41, say for instance. So that's right there at the at that 15 orb level. Hasbro again, that one's tough on options too, but that one worked. So 15 orb here to the downside, so $80.90. So there's already a good 70-cent move on Hasbro. Would have had to only trade the commons on that one because the options really stink. And then Disney's kind of coming in a bit too. So gapped up, and see how it handles that as well. So a lot of good stuff that happened today. A lot of good fades. Let's just go back real quick and see before I call it a D. And let's see. So we've got SPY. So kind of held by that volumetric level right there. Just see how that works. Q's is probably a similar boat, but it is starting to come in again. So if you still have it, it's got a shot here to then fill this gap. Facebook is just working phenomenally today. So just keep trailing that. Keep trailing that one down. Apple's coming in. I would look for it to take out that low and then see if you can get back down to 156. Amazon for my swing account is seems to be working pretty good. So my line in the sand was never taken out. We are pivoting at the pitchfork resistance level. So here's hoping by Friday it's back down to 1300, and then we'll have a big party. Netflix is pretty much the star of the day. 265, nice level for that. Let's see how that looks on the in the grand scheme of things. Is my volume profile not in here? Oh, it should be on there. It's just not showing up. Let's go to the hourly. Lots of lines, I know. Ah! There we go. Alright, so here with Netflix, We are, okay, I believe this is a wave 5 bottom here, and it's working on an ABC correction. So, and then there could be some possible down move as well. I don't know if I've done a full count. Yeah, it looks like I started to on these. So let's just see how many what we're looking at here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5 ABC, about a 5, 3, 5. 1, 2, maybe. I'm not ready to short this guy yet. It's getting above the 68% level. I'm seeing a lot of bullishness in it right now. It's kind of in the middle. I might look at it here if it starts to retest this area for a potential short. So just keep an eye on that. This wave is not complete. So, but future trades that I'm looking at to do for the 50K challenge is going to be McDonald's definitely. So let's just see how that is looking right now. It's looking pretty good. What we need here is let me zoom in a little bit. So we got a little bit of channel that it's working. It's working up in this correction, right? So the expected move next is for it to come back down to this 172 area. All right, so we had I think a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and then we had an A for the A. ABC, right? Should be there. So we should be coming down pretty soon on McDonald's. We're way below. Got a couple inside bars. So I'm pretty much looking. So ABC. So 5, 3. I'm looking for a 5 wave down for B, and then a push up here to get back up to this 180 level. So it's getting pretty close to looking to short. I'll probably look for some sort of confirmation to the downside. It's retested a lot of these levels really well. So at this point, I will be potentially looking to short it. I mean, a 5-point move on options with McDonald's is not really going to cut it, right? So 175 to 170. Yeah, I mean you can kind of triple your money. I mean, maybe that would work. So we'll see. I'll tweet something out if I do put a position on in McDonald's as well. So, but other than that, I think we've got some good trades today. I mean, Facebook was awesome. So hopefully that worked out well for you guys. If you're still in the queues, that should be working out for you. Would never have stopped you out. Good, Darren. Yeah, queues are working out well now. So my trade on Amazon, Karthik, my man, is I got 1,300. I got this week's 1,300 puts for 85 cents. On Amazon. So I don't know if it's going to hit all the way there. I mean, it's but the way the market's been moving, it could go pretty quickly. Remember, things go down faster than they go up, and things went up pretty fast the other day. So the idea is here we're pivoting at this pitchfork level, this median line. Today I had a new line in the sand. I readjusted my count. I moved the wave 1 here, and this was an ABC correction for wave 2. And so now my absolute get out point on Amazon is 1526.38. It missed that this morning on the gap up and then started to pull back in, and we're already down 10 points from there. And so I'm looking, within this week to start at least getting pretty close to this 1300 area again. So I don't think it's going to go necessarily all the way. I mean, it could, but it was an 85-cent lotto, so not too worried about that one. But I really just to be in the game on that one, I really think there is a chance for it to keep going. So, and it's already down $10, so that's good. Just remember, preserve profits, right? So always remember your risk first. So before you put on a trade, don't put on anything that you're going to be uncomfortable with if it goes against you. Make sure you minimize losses so you can always get back in later. I know in a cash account it makes it a lot harder, and so I'm going to try to prove that we can get to 50K from $500 within the year of 2019, hopefully sooner, and I'll come up with some sort of method to get all that information out. And then what else? Oh, and make sure you preserve profits, right? So when you're profitable, move your stop up to profit, and don't let the market go against you, right? So, but I think it's gonna be good. I think we're gonna have an awesome 2019, and I wish everybody the best. There's nothing on Goose. But I think we're gonna have a really successful year, and so I'm looking forward to doing this challenge too. So it should be pretty fun. The air pocket analysis, it's a great way. Yeah, with the overlay, it's fantastic. And Chris, on the volume pipe, will click on no on the show value area, and the yellow hue will go away. Oh, okay, cool. Studies. Edit studies. Show value. So everything went away. Okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of like the yellow hue, but yeah, I'll keep that off. That looks good. Appreciate that, man. That's awesome. And I don't know why it's yellow, but BBD, Shirley. See how that's looking here. Looking good. Looking very good. Definitely coming back up. So that is awesome. And you're about, if it does break out here, look, you got that volume, nice little air pocket ahead of you too. Especially if you can get over this $10. So that's looking really good. Nice bottoming formation. Looks good. J short wave 3. Thank you, Karthik, man. You're the man. What have to call you about? So my first name is John. I'm not gonna give my last name because what if somebody in this room works with me and is my boss or something? So eventually, once I can make double what I make on my job on a monthly basis, I'll start doing this full time again, and I'll tell everybody who I am. But in the meantime, you can call me John, or you can call me Bubblehead, whichever way you want. Okay, so let's see. So J&J short on a wave 3. Let's see what we got going on up in here. Yeah, so this wave down to me was like a 1-2. I counted it yesterday. It was pretty good. Like, it didn't quite go below. One, 2, 3. Tough to see on the 30-minute. Let me look over here on the 15. It looked better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it could be here. It's not truncated. And then ABC to 2. And then possible 3 back down here. And then working on zigzag back up to here. I'm gonna have to analyze this a little bit more deeply to get these counts right. Hold on. So 1, 2. No. Yeah, it was like a wave 2 of 2. So let's say 1, 2. It's tough with these gaps. One, 2. 3. Very challenging here. So maybe so ABC on this with a C working on sort of like a maybe 2. I have to analyze that a little bit deeper on that. Let's see how it's looking on the 15 orbs though. That's one of my projects probably for the evening or even on New Year's to look at. So yeah, still putting in that hammer there. I mean, I'm just simply not going to look. I'll just be stubborn and not go long on Johnson and Johnson. But eventually, it's going to show something. But in the meantime, I'm going to just track today this 15 orb here and see how it handles it if it comes back in. And it is. I do like how it's been kind of coming off this reaction line pretty well. Kind of coming back in. It did just golden cross here, which is looking bullish. But I think if it comes back through this level, I think it could be pretty bearish. And we'll see what India comes up with on their analysis of their baby powder. Morgan, what's going on? Happy New Year. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Stock Market Money, thank you for your great info. Happy New Year to you. And cool, thanks so much. Yeah, guys, you guys are awesome. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in and for your support. And I'm looking forward to doing the 50K challenge in 2019. And I hope we can all make great fortunes doing this, over the next couple of years. So have a great day. And I'll be tweeting out some ideas intraday, and with updates and things like that. And I hope you guys have an awesome and safe New Year's Eve and a blessed New Year. So I will talk to you guys. Let's see, tomorrow is Tuesday. I'll talk to you guys Wednesday night on the free YouTube live stream. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, have an awesome day and Happy New Year.